Hey, it's Kimberly. I wanted to take a minute to kind of explain our area. I know that a question that often comes up when people are moving to the area who aren't familiar with the Waynesville St. Robert area is what's the neighborhoods like? Where's a good place to live if I'm going to be working on post? And so, if you're not familiar with our area, for some people it can be quite the shock when they move in just because it's not like a whole lot of other military installations. We're not a real big city with a whole lot of things to do like some posts. So this video is just going to give you kind of a breakdown of what is outside of each of the 4 gates, and it's also going to give you some ideas of places to look for housing depending on how far you want to be from post. So here we go. So here is a map of our area. So you can see I have circled Fort Leonard Wood there in the middle. You can kind of see the whitish colors where Fort Leonard Wood is. And then going left to right from the top left, that is the west exit. So that comes out in the town called Waynesville. It comes out right there, I-44. Your second gate going to the right comes out there at St. Robert, Missouri. If you continue going clockwise, the third one, honestly, nobody ever talks about because it goes out in the middle of absolutely nowhere. And then the last one going clockwise down there on the bottom, the south gate comes out in a city called Plato. All right, I'm going to start with Waynesville and St. Robert and Fort Leonard Wood. So these are like Tri-Cities. So you're looking at Waynesville right now outlined in the red, and then in a second it's going to switch to the St. Robert area. And so these 2 cities combined, just so you kind of know what to expect, St. Robert does offer a Walmart and a Lowe's. They've got several places to eat. They've also got some of the chain stores. There's a couple chain clothing stores, and then that's kind of it. It's not like a great big city. We don't have a Target. We don't have a mall. So there's honestly enough for a hometown feel, but there's not a whole lot of shopping options. As you go to the Waynesville side, which was the one previous to this, Waynesville has a grocery store. They've got a couple restaurants. We do have a movie theater, and then just some smaller hometown shops. So when you move to our area, if you're looking for big city shopping, you're going to have to go either east approximately an hour or 2, or you're going to have to go west approximately an hour and a half to get to those bigger box stores that a lot of people are used to in bigger cities. And so the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the school system. I know a lot of people have questions about how that works in our area. So the next thing that I'm going to talk about is the school districts. So the way that it works is the Fort Leonard Wood, St. Robert, Waynesville, Tri-area all go to the same school district. If you live on post and you have kindergarten through 5th graders, there are elementaries on post designated just for military students. If you live off post, depending on what boundary line you are at, there is an elementary in the Waynesville area, which is East Elementary, and then there's also an elementary in the St. Robert area called Freedom Elementary. Once your child gets to be a 6th grader, it doesn't matter whether you live on post or off post. From 6th grade on up, they all attend public school in Waynesville. So at 6th grade, all 6th graders in all 3 of those cities go to the Waynesville 6th grade center. When they graduate to 7th and 8th grade, all students go to the Waynesville Middle School. And then once they get into 9th through 12th grade, all students attend the Waynesville High School. We do have 2 local private schools. One of them is Westside, I believe it's called Westside Baptist. That just goes kindergarten through 6th grade. And then we also have, I believe it's called Maranatha. that takes kindergarten through 12th graders. And so those are the only two private school options that we offer in our area. So I know like some states when you come, like for instance, when we were in Alabama, there were private schools everywhere. It's just not that way here. So it's either public school, homeschool, or those two private schools. So that takes you out the west gate. The west gate is Waynesville. And then the main gate takes you out to St. Robert. And so the third gate, remember, that's kind of the one that nobody ever talks about because I honestly have never even been there. It goes out literally to fields and cows, and there's nothing there. So I guess some people use that gate, but we don't talk about it. So, so the last gate that people normally use is the south gate, and the south gate comes out in an area called Plato. So here is a map of the Plato area. This is a very, very rural feel, and so class sizes are much, much smaller. If you want to be close to Walmart and to town and to be able to get to a store within 5 minutes, this is not the place for you. Plato, it's in a very beautiful area, and so driving down 17, if you go that way, or if you even take the exit off of Post to get there, you're not going to see a whole lot of businesses. You're just going to see a lot of fields, a lot of farms, but it's a good place to be if you want that more country feel and you're okay with not being close to things. It's quieter and it's a slower, kind of a slower pace out in this area. And so Plato, basically all students K through 12 all go to the Plato schools. And so I will put some links either with this or in the description to take you to these school districts directly so that you can get a better feel for them. So those are the main exits off of Post. Depending on how far you want to be from work and whether you're looking for that hometown feel or the bigger school feel, some other options. If you want to go west about 20 minutes, there's a town called Lebanon. And so Lebanon is a bigger school district. It's right off of I-44. It's about 20 minutes from the west gate of Post. And so that's a good option. Lebanon offers a lot of different options. So they've got neighborhoods that range in the $300,000 to $500,000 range. They have neighborhoods that are the $100,000 to $200,000 range, and then they have some that are below $100,000. Lebanon is kind of like the St. Robert area. They offer some of the big box stores like Walmart and Lowe's again. They have several restaurants, hometown restaurants. There's factory work there. But again, to get to the closest mall or big shopping center going west, you would have to go to Springfield, which is about an hour and a half from Fort Leonard Wood. If you go east on I-44, another option, if you're going to use the main entrance to Post, another option would be Rolla. And so Rolla is a little bit bigger city. It does have a college, Missouri Science and Technology, or Missouri S&T College is there. It's a big engineering school. Rolla does have way more shopping options. So they, in addition to the Walmart and the Lowe's, they've got stores like Academy, TJ Maxx. They've got a JCPenney, Hobby Lobby, some of the bigger box stores. They've also got way more restaurants. It's just a bigger feel than what the St. Robert, Waynesville area offers. Housing there is kind of the same way as Lebanon. You've got some neighborhoods that are anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 plus. You've got some other neighborhoods that are anywhere from $100,000 to $200,000, and then you have neighborhoods that are under $100,000. And so there's a lot of options there. It's a straight shot down I-44. So coming from Rolla to Post, you're talking approximately a 20 to 25 minute drive. So that's another good option. In Rolla, they have several elementaries. And then again, all students once they get older, all go to the same middle school and the same high school. So bigger town, more options as far as shopping and stuff. And then last, I'm just going to point out a couple of smaller towns. So if you are, maybe you don't have kids, or maybe you're not, maybe you want to be in a smaller school district and you want that more hometown feel, some other good options that are within 20 to 30 minutes of Post would be looking at places like Dixon, Crocker, Richland, Lakeway, Newburgh. Those are all still within driving distance of Post, to where you're not going to be an hour away, but you've got smaller class sizes, smaller schools. They don't necessarily offer as many options, class options, or extracurricular options as the Waynesville, St. Robert area with the Waynesville School District, but still have some really good places that you can send your kids and still get a quality education. And so I hope that now you've got a little bit of a better grasp on what our area looks like. If you have any questions at all about the area, hey, maybe you just have a question like, hey, do you guys have this store? Ask. I'm more than happy to answer for you, and we can't wait to see you. Welcome.